What's up, fellas? It's your boy Schema back with another episode for the DML. We're gonna talk about the teams that can possibly go 0 and 4, just not by their skill set, but by the schedule that they're starting with. Couldn't do it alone. We got Solomon Kane on the show. What's up, Solomon?
What up, big dog? What's good?
Okay, we got Ralph Matic, owner of the Vikings. What's going on, man?
What up? What up?
All right, and we got Maurice, the owner of the Saints. What's going on, man?
Yo, what up, Schema? What's good?
All right, thanks for joining the show. All right, we're just gonna break it down. It doesn't mean they're gonna go 0 and 4. It's just based on their schedule. Um, First of all, we're gonna talk about the Colts, who has the greatest chance to go 0 and 4, because he has to open up against the Cards, play the Bills, who I think will win that game, and the Chargers and Chiefs. Is there a way he can avoid to go 0 and 4? Ralph Matic?
Man, I think he's gonna have to play turnover-free football. Looking at the schedule, I think his only victory can be against the Bills. I don't see him beating any of those other three teams. But he's really going to have to not turn the ball over and maybe get the ball to Odell. I mean, he has Odell hostage up there in Indianapolis, so we'll see.
What's your take on it, Maurice of the Saints?
Uh, you know what? He was probably right, but you never know because Bills is another dude that could possibly go 0 and 4, you know? So
I agree.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be one of them two to go 0 and 4, but not both of them, because they
Right.
face each other.
I agree with that. What you think, Solomon Kane? You play the Colts a lot. Is there a chance he
Yeah,
beats one of those guys? I mean, we know the Bills
yeah.
gonna come down to the wire, but what about the other three?
I mean, he got a good team to compete, but I just don't think I don't think he gonna make it though. I mean, his team good, he got a good team. I just don't think he gonna make it, brother, for real. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Cardinals and the Chargers and the Chiefs for sure. The Bills, he can play. That might be a close game if he do win. It's probably gonna be pretty close, but the Bills might beat him, so he could go 0 and 4. The Bills got a good team too, so that's gonna be a little shit bowl. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I would agree because
Yeah.
this is not gonna be about the team you got either. This is gonna be
Right.
about playing. In some areas,
Exactly.
he got a better team than the Chargers, but
Absolutely.
user skill. I mean, this might be the game that the Chargers get 300 rushing yards. KP go for 500 passing yards with the Chiefs.
Straight
So,
up.
and the Bills' defense is nasty. And you talking about turnover free. The Colts haven't shown me he can throw the ball with consistency all cycle long. So, I'm gonna say 0 and 4. Well, moving on to the
Okay.
next, it's the Bengals. Now, it's gonna be a tricky one here too. The Bengals got the Dolphins, the Bears, Broncos, and Jets. I don't see him beating the Dolphins. Last cycle, Taz played the Bears quite a bit, and the Bears just kept beating up on him. Even the computer didn't even give him a break. So he played the Broncos. That might be the one game he gets, but I kind of got the Broncos probably squeezing out that game, and he plays the Jets. Taz, you never know which Taz going to show up. Okay, Maurizi, is there a chance Taz pull off an upset?
You know what? I think he does. I think he could beat the Broncos.
Yeah, that's one. He probably can.
So I
Good
mean,
toss up.
I think he could beat the Broncos. Just Taz is just a more active user. He probably
Uh-huh.
knows more of the Broncos players to know how to play against them. So
hmm
I feel like Taz probably he'll pull up a win. Definitely to pull up a win against the Broncos.
I would agree, and I'm pretty sure Ralph Matic agrees too. And that might not be the upset though. That's gonna be a game. I'm actually picking the Broncos to win, but Taz overall has won more games. But I think we'll see what happens based on team wise and roster wise. Broncos need to step up. What about you, Ralph Matic? Can Taz avoid going 0 and 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna get that dub against the Broncos. Not only is the game at home, but I really like what he's done with his defense this offseason. He drafted that defensive end in the draft, and let me see, let me get his name here. He's pretty nice, Sabin. Or
Okay.
Saban. He's out of Stanford, real nice. I think he was a linebacker, as a matter of fact, and he converted him over to defensive end. And then he's finally got an enforcer now. He's got that left outside linebacker, Perry, superstar enforcer. I mean, that's going to make a difference. So I think that's going to be the difference in the game, his defense.
Very interesting. Okay, they name him Darkness. I mean, his name is Darkness. Can he come out of the dark, Solomon Kane? Can he come out of the darkness and get on the road and bring some sunshine to Denver?
My bad, dog. I was on mute.
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
tripping, yeah.
can
My
he can
bad,
he
dog.
come out the dark and
Hey,
bring some sunshine to Denver?
the Bengals? You talking
No,
about
the
the
dark.
Bengals?
Yeah, yeah, the Bengals.
Can the Bengals beat the Broncos?
Can he beat the Broncos? Can he beat the Broncos?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think he can.
Woo. Well, you know
I
what?
think he can.
I'm gonna like I said, I got the Bills being the one team that the Colts could possibly beat, but I don't see him doing it. And then in
Right.
terms of the Bengals, the one team he can possibly beat, which is the Broncos,
Hmm.
I'm gonna flip a coin on that. I'm just gonna take darkness. I think we'll see what happens. I mean,
Yeah.
you can pick
I
anybody in that
mean,
game, to be honest.
right, right. I
All
just
right,
think
moving
the
on to the
Bengals,
Bills.
yeah,
Right, the
at
Bills,
home. Hmm.
the Bucks, the Colts, the Dolphins, and the Steelers.
Let's see the Bills. Yeah, the Bills.
Woo! Go ahead and
Yeah,
elaborate on the
this
Bills, Solomon Kane. You know a lot about the
the
Bills.
Bills.
Gosh.
I like the Bills can play. He just start messing up at the end, like towards the third, the end of the third. He
Mm-hmm.
kind of started throwing some reckless passes and start making some bad decisions. But I don't think he gonna beat the Bucks for sure. Definitely, I don't think he gonna win that game. He can beat the Colts, like I said. I think the Colts. Mm, that's a toss up. Dolphins, that's a blowout. Steelers, probably definitely gonna be another blowout for them. So
That's a guy. That is a game to keep
yeah,
our eyes on because
yeah,
of the way the Steelers play. You might have a chance in the
right,
end. You might have a chance in
yeah,
the end. But I like the Steelers in that game. But the one
yeah.
game he can win is definitely against the
Definitely the
Colts.
Colts.
That's a
Yeah,
coin toss. I'm going with the
Colts can
Bills in that
play.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the Colts can play, but yeah,
style
the
of play.
Bills.
Sometimes style of play a major part. Don't sleep on that
Hmm.
Bucks and Bills game.
Right, right.
But
Yeah, that's at home. I mean, his first three games is at home, so I mean, yeah, it can be probably gonna be a close game. Him and the Bucks, I don't know.
all right, Maurice. You do you see the Bills avoiding 0 and 4 based on the roster? The roster says yes, but his stick
Actually,
skills and game plan says no.
I actually think he is gonna go 0 and 4. I just played him,
Yeah.
and just like he said, he plays good first half, but then the second half he shuts down, starts throwing interceptions, starts playing reckless, and I feel
Yeah,
that's gonna cost him against the Colts. I mean, he made
absolutely.
some pretty good moves. His draft was pretty good. He got a good corner, but big skills, I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think he's gonna go 0 and 4.
Excuse me.
Ralph Matter,
Right.
you probably agree too because he don't really go deep into the playbook, and like everybody's saying, he runs out of plays. By the time you get to the second half, the other team makes the adjustment. He doesn't and gets blown out. Do you think that's the reason why?
Yeah, and I really don't think he's got enough offense. I mean, we talk about his defense, but I don't think he has enough offense. I don't think he has the weapons at the receivers. He picked up Dalvin Cook, who I dropped, who's already hurt. Le'Veon Bell's pretty old. I
Yeah.
mean, what's going to make it interesting is the Hitman Killings did get hurt right now for the Bucks. He's out 8 weeks.
Mm, mm.
But
Oh,
still, I
That's
don't
tough.
think that he has enough offense to win in any of those games.
I have to agree too. I mean, can he put Ingram, the tight end he drafted for, in a bunch of situations where it's an advantage? If he has a chance to win at least one or two of these games, I guarantee you Ingram has to have 100 yards or more in that game. Other than that, I don't see much happening. Well,
Right.
moving on to the Broncos, who has a hard time winning, and these guys they always seem to show up in like the top five for picking in the draft for a reason. He plays the Patriots, the Ravens, Jags, and Lions. This is I mean, I ain't gonna lie. This is almost like the Colts. A great potential of going 0 and 4. I mean, it's up there. It's real high. Cause Tone Dog, he gonna come back for a vengeance. The Ravens, watch out for that game. Watch out for that game. That might be real close. But Maurice, is there a chance that the Broncos can beat Patriots, Ravens, Jags, or Lions?
No way, man. There's no way he can beat any of those teams.
I don't see it. Me neither.
What do you think?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I don't think so in terms of people showing up with their best game. But are the Patriots gonna show up in Week 1? You know, is HBO gonna get laid out and cough the ball up with the quarterback running around? He has a brand new playbook now. He traded his playbook to the Cleveland Browns. So is that gonna be a setback for him? I mean, the Broncos are pretty much staying almost the same. Patriots have a new playbook. The Ravens have a new playbook. The Jags, he's not beating the Jags at all. And the Lions, we still don't even know we gotten the best out of this guy. So Ralph Matter, you played the Lions. Can he squeeze out that game or any other games?
Yeah, I think the Lions, it's maybe going to take him this season to kind of get the team how he wants, but he's a real solid player, a real solid user. He's in my division and blueprint. He's real competitive. I just don't see the Broncos. I'm looking at their roster, and like you said, he's up there top 5, but there's no development. What are you doing with these picks? You know, they just get there. They don't get any upgrades, no X factor. I don't understand it, man. 0-4. Lock it in.
I would have to agree. I would have to agree, but like I said, these guys got new playbooks, and Darkness has been known for defense over the years, even when he loses a lot. Now, Solomon Kane, you know a thing or two about losing, pieces on the D line. This guy
That's
lost
tough.
Von Miller.
Oh
Von Miller's out
man.
the door. Jerome Casey going to the Hall of Fame. Got cut in the Hall
Mm-hmm.
of Fame and everything. Losing
Damn.
Von Miller has to be big. I got him going
Yeah.
0-4 just because of the loss of Von Miller. Do you agree?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. No
Hey.
pressure. You don't have no type of pressure. My team's struggling, man, with pressure. So
Woo-hoo.
I try to get Von Miller in the off season doing free agency, and I couldn't pull it off. You know what I'm saying? But that plays a big part, man. That D line, you need an X factor on that D line.
You gotta get
You know
it.
what I'm
You
saying?
gotta get it.
You gotta have at least one, bro.
You gotta have it.
You know,
I mean, he does have a
superstar gotta
cornerback
have it.
power. I like him, but
Yeah.
if you can't drive the ball and you just steadily punt, that defense gonna
Hmm.
wear down. I mean, Jack Bradley
Straight up.
Chubb, he got rid of him. I thought that was a good trade based on Chubb not performing. With man,
Right.
so yeah, that'll conclude the bad DML start. The teams that can possibly go 0-4. Do y'all see anybody else around the league based on owners that you know that could possibly have a bad start?
Actually, I got one. No disrespect, but I feel like the Patriots, they kind of have a tough schedule. They got to face the Browns, the Dolphins, the Saints, then they got a bye week, and then they face the Jets. So I feel like their schedule is kind of tough. A lot
Man,
of two division games in 5 weeks since they have a bye. So there's a high chance they could go 0-4. What do you think?
I agree with that. I saw that myself, but he wasn't in the top 4 in terms of teams that can go 0-4. I mean, these other teams got a better chance of going 0-4 than he does. I mean, I would have to pick one more too, and he's a great player. And we're talking about the Bucks. The Bucks got to play the Cowboys out the gate. He also has on that schedule the Steelers, but the one game he should win is Taz. He has to play Taz. And the Bengals. He's on him, so I left him off there anyway. But everything else, Bus could easily be 1-3. So, Ralph Matter, you play Bus a lot. I don't see that happening, and I'm pretty sure you say the same thing. But is there another
Yeah.
team?
Well, I got two teams possibly. I got the Falcons with Noop. Starts off at home against you. The Saints is going to be
Man.
a close division game. He's got
Hmm.
me week 3, and then he's got tight work week 4. So those games can go any way. And
Okay.
then another team I see being 0-4 is the big mouth himself, H-Bo. Starts off on the road at the Steelers, the Browns, the Lions, and then
Damn.
myself, the Vikings. I mean, that's going to be tough. He talking all that smack, so let's see him back it up.
He can wait to say that
and that
shit.
and what about you, Solomon Kane?
Shit, me. Shit, I'm looking at my damn schedule. My first place. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I gotta keep it 100. I'm looking at these Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? As at home, but that don't matter. Then I gotta go to this Seattle Seahawks. I mean, he pretty good. Then I got the Raiders. He always beat the brakes off me. And then I got the Jaguars. He always beat the brakes off me. You know what I'm saying? So I can easily go at least 1-3, 0-4 straight up. You know
And
what
you
I'm
had
saying?
made a
I
big
gotta
point
keep it
too,
100.
right?
Hell yeah.
You made a
You know what
big
I'm
point. The
saying?
reason I didn't put you on the 0 and 4 out of the top 4 teams to
Yeah.
have a better chance of doing that is because you
Yeah.
play the Seahawks.
Right.
And I think there's
Right.
a strong chance you can come out on top of that. And it really,
Yeah.
the Raiders, man. I mean, you never know. You just never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to get with him and the Jags for sure. All of them, I'm gonna try to get at them, but at the same time, I'm just going off, recent history from, games I done played, them guys before, and they got me, especially the Raiders, the Jags, and the Chiefs. The Seahawks, me and him probably played like maybe like 2 or 3 times. I can't remember who won. I think he won the last one. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't beat him before, I think. But for sure, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Jags is the main ones I'm really looking at. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Jags for sure. But
Right.
yeah, man, he been beating me, dog, and I just been having a hard time stopping that run.
Ralph
You know what I'm
O'Malley
saying?
mentioned the Falcons. Right. He mentioned the
Yeah.
Falcons. I didn't pick the Falcons in the top 4 because he may have a chance of beating the Saints. The Saints have beaten him. He's beaten the Saints. So the chances of him going 0 and 4 is far slimmer than the guys we
You're not
Yeah.
gonna
mentioned
beat me.
early in the show.
Uh,
Hey, I feel
I
you.
don't.
I
You're
feel you.
not gonna beat me, bro.
I feel you. I agree. I play in week 1. I feel the same way. But
Who's saying that? Who said
compare
that? The Saints,
Marizi.
Marizi. That's Marizi
Yeah,
saying
that's
that.
a divisional game.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's tough.
I
That's gonna be a tough
I
game.
feel the same way. I feel I'm gonna beat him in week 1. But
Yeah,
compared to these 4 teams we talked about, hey, he got a
yeah,
better chance of pulling off an upset win than they do.
No, you're right.
yeah,
You're right about that,
You
though.
know, even Tight Work said something about it. He said, "Man, Noop always play me tough."
yeah. Noop can play. I just played Noop. He just beat me in preseason. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? His team looking good. Definitely
yeah, I can't
looking
sleep on
good.
him, man. He got some weapons out there.
You know what
We're
I'm
gonna ask we're
saying?
gonna ask Uncle Kyle Fuller to lock
Noop,
down Collins.
Noop make a few mistakes. If he play tight work and make the mistakes, though, he ain't gonna win that game. If he make too many mistakes against you, he not gonna win. Maurice, he not gonna win. The Vikes, he played pretty good. Uh, I don't know. That's tough, man. That's gonna be a tough 4 right there for Nuke. But I think he got the team to compete. So
I agree.
he
The one game
just
I
gotta.
think that stand out that nobody knows is gonna happen, and I definitely got to tune into that game, is the Bucks
Yeah,
and the Steelers.
the Bucks and the Steelers.
Yeah, I got to see that one.
I
That's
think
gonna
the
be
Bucks might get it, man.
that's
Bucks
gonna
got
be a
some
good one.
solid defense.
It's gonna
They
be a
got some
good one.
solid defense, and the Steelers got some good defense. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I don't think it's gonna be no
Mm-mm.
high scoring game. I think it's gonna be a defensive battle.
Who you got,
You know what
Ralph,
I'm
in that
saying?
game? You play Bucks a lot, Ralph. And Steelers in the
If the bus don't turn it over, I gotta go with the bus, man.
Yeah, he
I got
playing at
yeah.
home too. So
All right, Mariza, what's
I
your take
think
on
he
that
playing
game?
at home. Let me see. Is he playing? Yeah, he playing at home.
I think Chris Murray's gonna get this one. Just everyone knows D-line is OP right now, and didn't the Bucks just get rid of Williams? So,
Yeah, he
um,
did. He did.
so Steelers has Mack and he has Bush. That's all he needs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. He got some fire
And
pieces,
that
dog.
secondary can lock up
Yeah,
the
he got some
receivers he
solid
got.
pieces.
So we'll definitely see. It's gonna be a strong game, chess match.
Definitely gonna be
He
strong.
Bus picked up Hardeman, but the Steelers will be ready for that. The Steelers gonna be sitting. Anything else,
Right.
fellas?
Nah,
Uh,
man.
man, look. All I can say is them Titans trying, man. We trying to come up, man. We've been losing for a long time. We trying to move out that top 10 spot, get up in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We'll try to come and make a statement this year, man. Hopefully we can stay healthy and try to come out and ball, man. Hopefully, I'm getting used
All
to
right.
this playbook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Any last
let's
minute
see
notes,
what it is.
Marizi?
I'm good. Just hopefully don't get no injuries.
I feel you. How about you, Ralph?
Yeah.
Oh man, ready to get this season popping, man.
I'm ready, man. Hey, hopefully everybody on the show can avoid an 0-4 start, right? It can happen to
Oh,
Oh
anybody.
yeah.
I'll be happy with a 2-2. I'll be happy. Give me 2-2. I'm gonna be happy as hell.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, peace.
Mm-hmm.
We
All
out.
right, later.
Later.
Peace.